Hello, Ravens fans, and welcome to another edition of the Spotlight Ravens series. I'm Aaron Schneider, Sports Information Director at Anderson University, and joining us from the volleyball and softball team is a recent 2020 graduate, Taylor Lawson. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. To give a little bit of an intro, in her volleyball career, she has 300 career digs, an average of 1.71 digs per set, with 73 career kills and 18 service aces. And then in softball, she has 13 career hits and has scored 7 career runs. Before we get started, tell us a little bit about your other campus involvement outside of athletics.
Sure. So I have been involved in College Mentors for Kids. So with that, some kids around the community come to Anderson once a week, and each of us, the college kids, have a specific student that we mentor. So we go through with them. If they have any homework, we help them with that. We have different activities, different speakers come each week. So I was a part of that for a semester until I got into softball, more sports, and didn't necessarily have the time to give my full effort to that. But I've also been on 2 tri-S trips. So those were really cool experiences. I've been
Where are those two?
Jamaica was my first one. I went and I went to Belize also on a different trip. So those were really cool experiences. We got, those were both service trips. So we were out in the community helping out, just doing different things with that. So it was cool.
All right. So to begin things, what did you get your degree in, like your major and your minor and all that?
My major is in elementary education, and I have a concentration in reading.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Who is your inspiration and why?
My biggest inspiration in life, I don't know if this is cliche, but definitely my mom. She is someone that I've always looked up to, just the way that she carries herself in a personal way and also in her interactions with others. I just really see God through her, and I don't know if she really realizes it all of the time, but just the way that she carries herself and the way that she does things, I just really look up to that. She's really hardworking and driven, and I just aspire to be half the person or mom in the future that she is. So with Mother's Day recently, I've just been kind of thinking about that a lot. So
okay. What is your driving force / motivation?
As far as sports, motivation is I don't always necessarily look at myself as the best, most talented person on the team, but I try to be the hardest worker. So I want people to look at me as an example of the type of player that they want to be. That doesn't necessarily mean like I'm going to have the most kills in volleyball or the most digs or the best batting average on the team, but I'll be the person who stays after practice to get reps or just puts in that extra work. So that's kind of the way that I look at sports, because I know, I'm not always going to be the best one on the team, but I'll be the hardest worker.
Yeah, for sure. What is your favorite aspect about sports?
I personally enjoy the team aspect of it. So with both of the sports that I played at Anderson, the team chemistry was just awesome. And everyone, for the most part, got along. You can't expect girls to always get along with each other, but just the camaraderie and the, I have your back mentality about sports, I just really like. So all through, my life, I've played team sports and never did golf or, tennis or anything, just because I like that community feeling.
Okay. What is your favorite non-athletic memory at Anderson?
I would have to say probably just the I guess I was going to say IMs, but that's athletic. So I'm going to go with
that counts.
Okay. I like IMs. I played IM volleyball and I am softball, but I just like that because it's a different kind of more laid back way to meet new people and just play the sports again that I love to play. But if I'm going with like really non-athletic, I would say probably encore. Sometimes people really surprise me with their talent, and you never expect the people that you see just walking around campus to be those amazing performers. So I really liked that.
Okay. And then what is your favorite athletic memory? And if you need to differentiate between volleyball and softball, you can.
Sure. In volleyball, I remember, I think it was my junior year, on homecoming, we beat Mount St. Joe for like the first time in the history of Anderson volleyball. And it was just really like an amazing feeling to be on our home court on homecoming and just have that accomplishment. And it's not really like we didn't get a prize or anything for it, but it was just a really cool feeling to be able to do that on our home court. And then as far as softball, I think the most lasting memory probably that I will have would be the last game that we ever played. When we were in Florida, it was we didn't really know for sure whether or not it was going to be the last one, but just the feeling that we all had throughout that whole game, just knowing that everybody was giving their all, and we were all playing for each other. Everybody was playing for the seniors. It was just a really awesome feeling to have that.
Because usually when, usually like in the postseason, you play till you lose.
Yeah.
But given the circumstances, you knew that there's the possibility going out with a win.
Right. So undefeated senior season was probably the best memory I'll have from softball.
Yep. What are your favorite hobbies?
Other than sports, I really like to read. I watch Vampire Diaries a lot. And I don't necessarily love to go for a run, but I do that sometimes just, pass the time, especially during quarantine. I try to get outside and just do different things. So those are kind of my hobbies right now.
Okay. What is a little known but amazing fact about yourself?
I was in show choir in high school.
Okay.
So little different aspect of me. I'm kind of a musical person.
Okay. Why did you choose Anderson?
I really wanted a smaller school. So I visited a couple different places and just felt like Anderson was a good size for me. And then actually didn't play softball my freshman year. So I came in just being a volleyball player. And I just really, when I met with Coach Miller, I just felt like she was going to push me not only in volleyball and sports, but I could just tell that she really cared about her players as individuals. And so just to have another kind of like mentor leader like that, I was just really excited to be a part of something like that.
Okay. What is your favorite class at Anderson and why?
My favorite class so far has been student teaching, just because even though, with this whole quarantine thing, it was kind of cut short and a little bit weird at the end with the e-learning, but just being able to be out in the classroom and like being a teacher, it was just really cool to be able to do that while also still having some guidance. So I wasn't like completely on my own, but I just really enjoyed working with the teachers I was with and also with the students. So.
Okay. Who is your favorite professor and why?
I really, not to like hurt anyone's feelings, but I would say Professor Tatum is probably my favorite professor. He just, I think, really understands I'll say struggle, but also, pushes us to give our best and be our best. He also is from New Palestine, so, same as me. But I just think he's really personable, and he's just, I think, a good person in general and a great professor.
Okay. what are your plans now after graduation?
I've been applying to different school districts. I think with the quarantine and all of that, schools are still trying to figure out what they're going to do next year and everything. So I don't have anything for sure set up yet. I'm just still kind of waiting to hear back from a couple of different things, but I'm just kind of in the waiting game right now. So no specific
Okay.
ones.
Do you have a target grade range?
I'll be licensed to teach kindergarten through 6th grade, but I'm interested more in first, second, third.
Okay.
So the younger ones.
All right. And then what do you want your lasting legacy to be at Anderson?
I think with sports, especially like I was talking about earlier, just that, even if you're not the best person on the team, the best player on the team, you can still work hard and make yourself better. I think with that mentality, I improved a lot throughout my years. And I just want the girls that are still left on both of the teams, volleyball and softball, to know that it just really helps if you put in the work and you work hard, put in that extra mile that nobody else is going to do, because that's what puts you ahead.
Okay. And then now going into the next segment of questions, and then the team superlative type, which you can answer for each of them.
Sure.
First, who on the team is best dressed?
For the volleyball team, I would probably say Brooke Troyer. I just think her style is like really laid back, and I think most of the times that I saw her not in a volleyball uniform, I was like, oh, Brooke, you look so cute. So I'd say her for the volleyball team, and then Taylor Johnson for the softball team.
Okay. Who on the team is the best dancer?
Softball, definitely Ariel. She is just dancing all the time. Love to see it. And then on the volleyball team, I would say probably Melanie.
Okay. Who on the team is the joker, prankster, best sense of humor?
Can I say myself?
Yes.
I'm going to go with myself for both. I just love to have fun. I love to, maybe I know when it needs to be a serious moment, but if maybe kind of tensions are high, I like to just crack a little joke and get everybody kind of loose again. So I'm going to say myself.
Okay. Who on the team is most outgoing?
On the volleyball team, I would probably say either Felicity or Melanie for most outgoing. And then on the softball team, I would probably say Tara.
Okay. Who on the team is the best trash talker?
Volleyball, there's not a ton of trash talking, maybe to each other more than anything. But I would say probably Melanie, I think, is the like joke around trash talker. I don't think it's ever like really serious. But then on the softball team, maybe DJ.
Okay.
DJ, yeah.
And then who on the team is the pregame DJ?
For volleyball, we kind of all went together and put some songs together for a playlist, but I was the one that made the final decisions on them. So, and then softball, I think DJ was the one that kind of made the playlist. We didn't really get to hear it this year, but I think she was the one that put that together.
And then what are the team's go-to pregame songs?
For volleyball, we always jam out to September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. I don't really know how that started, but it's just always I think since my sophomore year, been on our playlist, and it's always a jam when it comes on. Um, and honestly, for softball, there is a song that is always on our playlist, and I don't know what it is because it's a country song, and I don't really love country. So I really don't know, but I know that it's always on the playlist.
Okay, and then what is your go-to walkout song?
This year for softball, my song was going to be Freedom by Beyonce.
Okay.
So
Going into the final segment of questions, first, what is your favorite candy?
my favorite candy is Sour Patch Kids berries. So there's,
Okay.
the regular, there's watermelon, and I love the berries. It's all like purple, red, blue. So it's the best flavor.
Okay. Outside of volleyball and softball, what is your favorite sport?
I'm gonna go with baseball, even though it's similar to softball. Just because growing up, that was, we always watched Major League Baseball games. I've been to, I think, over half of the Major League Baseball stadiums. It's just something that, me and my dad really bonded with. So it's kind of a nostalgia
Mm.
type of love for me.
Do you
So,
have a favorite park you've been to?
I really liked Dodger Stadium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really cool.
What is your favorite book?
I love Michelle Obama's book, Becoming. I just thought it was really cool to kind of get more of a background of her that maybe some people didn't know. And it was just fun to kind of see a different side of Barack also, because she talked a little bit about him. And I'm really excited because there's a movie on Netflix now of the book. So I haven't watched it yet, but I'm excited to see it.
Okay. What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Cookies and cream, always.
Mhm.
I love Oreos, and then Oreos and ice cream mixed together. Just, it's like every single time I get ice cream, that's all I eat.
Okay. When you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I remember I think it was kindergarten, maybe first grade, we had a career day where we dressed up like we wanted what we wanted to be, and I dressed up as Hannah Montana. So I wanted to be a singer, like pop star. So I think I wanted that for a while. Um, I still think it would be cool, if I got discovered. That would be
Yeah.
awesome. Not gonna happen, but
Have you ever traveled outside the country? If so, where?
yeah. So like I said before, I've been to Belize and Jamaica on triest trips, and then I've also been to Canada to the Blue Jays stadium. So that
Okay.
was
Um, what is your favorite holiday?
Halloween. And it's not because I love scary things. I actually really don't like scary movies. But I think just because of like the pumpkins, I think the decorations are all so cute. So it's mostly just because of the like fall Halloween decorations that Halloween is my favorite.
Okay. Um, what is your favorite thing to do outside of your sport?
I really enjoy, like I said earlier, reading. Um, I like to sing, dance, just, have fun, hang out.
Okay. Which is your favorite season?
Going along with Halloween, my favorite season is fall, just because the temperature is more on the warm side, but not like crazy hot. It's actually been kind of super hot the last couple years in the fall. But like 65 is probably my ideal temperature to
Okay.
be in. So fall is the best.
And then, what hobby would you get into if time weren't an issue?
I really want to be good at like DIY stuff. So
Okay.
like little crafts and things. I just think it's so cool when people can just throw a bunch of stuff together and make something that looks awesome. I'm not extremely creative like that. So I just think it would be so fun to just be able to make little cute things. So that would be a hobby that I would want to pick up.
Okay. Well, I think I've got all of my questions. Ravens fans, thank you for tuning in. Taylor, thank you for doing this interview with us.
Yeah,
Be
thank
sure
you.
to tune in for more Spotlight Ravens series interviews. We'll have some coming soon, so we will see you soon.